Hello everyone, welcome to another Unranked to Master. This time continuing our scaling trend, I've got a Viktor game. So this video is probably going to have a lot of similarities to the previous one, where I talk about, how to play a scaling mage in what is a relatively fast-paced hero, right? Like there's lots of people in Emerald that are taking pretty dumb fights, so knowing how to kind of navigate that is pretty important. Now, for some reason, there's 5 people in that push level 1, did have to flash, it's a little unfortunate. But let's talk about this one. I'll quickly show the OPG. So I'm actually against another Smurf this game. This guy has an 81% win rate, but he's got a lot more games played than me. So we'll see who's the better Smurf at the end of this one. I did take Phase Rush. If you wanted to press the lane harder, you'd probably want to go for Aerial Comet, but I thought Phase Rush against Skarner and Trundle was pretty important, especially because now I lost Flash. So let's talk about it. Again, key points of scaling mid is to slow down the early game and make sure to have as much isolated 1v1 as possible, and only really take fights that are good for you. So Viktor vs Vlad, I think, is pretty solid for Viktor. I mean, Viktor is just quite strong in the early game in general, and generally you are able to bully out most mids in the early game, especially if this guy doesn't take TP, which would make things easier. So whenever his Q is down, I'm going to look to get aggressive, so you can see his Q's on cooldown. I'm going to just try and move forward. Even if you don't actually get the Q auto, just proccing Q in order to get the Scorch and what will normally be an airy proc as well is going to be pretty good. Again, Q is on cooldown. I walk up. If he walks up again, I'll give him an auto. So if you're Vlad here, the main mistake he's making is he probably shouldn't be pushing, given that he's in a losing matchup. Like, yes, it's going to give him level 2 first, but the damage that he's taking isn't really, worth it. Wow, I don't know how I missed that, but also, he didn't even end up getting level 2 first, right? So the first thing that we have to do in order to slow this game down is place an early ward. I checked at level 1 and the enemy jungler started bot side. We saw that because Trundle started in lane and the enemy bot lane leashed. So what that means is that we are going to want to ward our top side. So after shoving this wave, most likely, we're going to look to drop a ward. And that's going to keep us safe. And that is going to be pretty important because, again, with no flash, there probably is a pretty big target on my back. That being said, there's no real gank set up here, right? Like, Vlad's not the best early ganker. I do have Phase Rush. I'd probably be fine. Okay, so didn't manage to get this wave in time, but I should still be able to drop a ward. Potentially, this is a little late. If the enemy jungler are really good, maybe he could be here by now. But it's, again, it would be kind of random just because, like, there isn't a lot of ganks set up here. So I'm just going to continue to shove this. And as long as I hug to that topside ward, I should be fine. And, pretty obvious, like, right now that there is really no way for... there's no way for Vlad to snowball currently. Right, like, the things we're normally thinking about is, like, okay, he can snowball from a gank. But Skarner just made a play top, if you look at the map. And he, like, definitely can't kill me, right? You can see he's, like, bleeding a lot of CS in the 1v1 right now. So I can actually just keep pushing here and just keep making his life difficult. Normally you'd want to start freezing at this point because you're probably really scared of getting ganked or something. But again, there's no gank threat. Skarner got pretty low on... Well, I didn't actually see him get low. I'm assuming he got low on top. And so I'm able to just keep bullying him, as you can see here. So at some point I might want to go for a base TP, and that's just so I can, abuse the fact that this guy doesn't have TP. And then really, keep extending my lead in the 1v1 with a bigger item advantage. But really, it doesn't actually matter a whole lot. All that matters is that we're getting through this early game, with the CS lead, not dying 1v1 at all, and preventing all the roams. So that's really the name of the game, like good wards and not dying, pretty much. And I guess if you can bully your opponent, that's a big plus. And it is good if you can bully your opponent. I mean, I talked about this a lot in the Azir video I just played before. But if you can, make sure your opponent never has the window to roam anywhere or like get involved in any skirmishes or anything, that's really crucial. And obviously the bigger 1v1 lead you can build, the better. So I think after this wave, I might look for a base TP, and that would make it really easy to lock this guy in lane. Because what's going to happen is he's probably going to try greed to staying on low HP. I mean, we'll see. I'll probably shove this and then look base TP. That being said, he is really, really low. Okay, so I'm going to quickly shove this. It's going to be difficult for him to recall. I'm going to come in here and base TP on the map. And then he has a really difficult choice to make. Ooh, he's actually going to stop me. Okay, so smart play by him for sure. But I'm not actually sure if it's that good for him. Right? It's like now he's... Yeah, now he's incredibly low. Depends if he can stay in lane on this health, I guess. I really wish I'd had a aggressive laning keystone, I guess. So low. If you're Vlad in this situation, by the way, it's a good idea to ward the raptors when they're up and just try and take them. I don't know about this dive. Okay, well, he didn't take aggro. He got the Got the ghost there, which is pretty good. Probably just gonna ult this guy. Yeah, so it doesn't quite kill him, but it does keep shoving the wave. And we're probably gonna have to reset here because he's gonna ult the wave. Yeah. It should be fine as long as we don't get like flashed on or anything. So I'm just gonna recall here and then again base TP in a lane. So far things have been going pretty good. Maybe I'll just stay and get this cannon. And then I'll recall. Okay. So things are going pretty good. Like, we're up a significant amount of CS. This guy did use his ghost. If he gives a kill to my lane, I'd be very, very sad. Not it. So let's see. We're just going to buy probably like here, Dark Seal, Boots, Tome, maybe a pink or something. Yeah. This gives us a lot of components for the early game, like a lot of safety. Pinks are quite good as well as boots for avoiding any sort of ganks. While we have done a good job of slowing our own lane down, it's not the case for the rest of the map, right? Like, the rest of the map is losing pretty hard. It's probably a good idea just to freeze this wave and then deny a bunch to Vlad. So just come pink on this bot side, and then I'm going to ward up in here. It's a real shame, by the way, that I didn't take a aggressive early game keystone. The thing is, like, you know, the aggressive early game keystone probably would have given me the kill. At the same time, like, phase rush is likely going to prevent me deaths later on. But in a game like this, maybe there is going to be no later on, right? Like, my entire team is getting hard shit on, so we'll see. I mean, the nice thing is, like, if you are playing a scaling champ in this sort of game, it's like, you know, potentially you can carry later on. Whereas, like, if you're playing an early game champ, your team's losing early, and there might just be nothing to it. Now, I maybe could have walked to this. The thing is, like, Viktor is very, very bad in early skirmishes, and it's really important that you don't take fights that you're not going to have impact on. And so, like, going to this fight when, like, I mean, if you look at my items, right, they're still very poor. And also, like, I have no ulti. Like, I don't know, maybe I could have made a difference, but it seemed like it was going to be pretty mediocre, I felt like, anyway. But the wave's in a good spot, and we really want to try bully this Vlad, right? Like, we have a big item advantage right now, so if we can force trades as often as possible, that'll be really, really important. Also, his ghost, I mean, actually, it's probably going to be up, but you can see, right, I'm really trying to continue that isolated 1v1. That was a baddie to miss with that one. But yeah, just continue the isolated 1v1. If I can ever get this guy's pull or get a stun on him, maybe I can just... Oh, I actually thought he was going to get stunned there, so I was going to ult him. Should be fine to walk this out. Cool, I think I'm going to have to flash. Yeah, it should be okay, but that's kind of annoying. That was Vlad's flash over the wall, so not the end of the world. But yeah, a little annoying because it makes me more vulnerable to ganks. And also, I did lose a fair amount of HP, so like maybe now Vlad gets to stay in lane where he wouldn't be able to normally. Potentially if I can get some honey fruit on the bot side, that would be good. And I do just need to be careful maybe of getting reganked. Okay, we see Scar on the top. Should be fine. And shove this. Can we do anything to him here? Probably not. Like, again, if you're a scaling mage, you don't really want to go to fights like this because you're just not really going to add anything. Like, if you could take this fight, like, you probably would, right? But, like, just, I'm going to be so useless at that fight. Like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to add anything. So we just come back to mid and keep bullying the Vlad as much as we can. I'll probably try to keep the wave in the middle because right now I don't have flash. So I'm almost certain the Scanner is going to come back. So we really need to make sure that we don't go too far up in the lane. Otherwise, we're probably going to end up dying. But if we can just keep it here and again keep bullying, we should be good. Like, we're up 20 CS, which is normally pretty good. Like, if you're playing a champ like Viktor that outscales extremely hard, and I think honestly Viktor does outscale Vlad, I would say. Yeah, I would say I'd probably outscale. The only reason I wouldn't outscale is because he is Ghost and I don't, right? Like, Ghost is a pretty good scaling sum, but that also means that because I have TP, I should always be ahead of him in CS and levels and stuff. So I am going to run like pretty low on mana here. I'm just going to get my upgrade. And I probably just want to look for a reset at some point. Against most champs as Viktor, you'll be able to just like spam push them out and they'll never really be able to get... Wow, what the hell happened there? They'll never really be able to just get back on the map. Might get cancelled here. But the problem is, like, this guy has so much sustain that I can't actually chunk him out without my chapter. So we'll grab the chapter now. And this, it does kind of suck that I have to base first. Again, if you're playing like one of these like super strong 1v1 champs, you're not really expecting to have to base first, but Vlad's kind of unique in that I'm playing a poke champ versus Vlad, right? So a poke champ into a champ with a ton of sustain, you kind of are just going to run out of resources before they do a lot of the time. But again, it's fine, right? Like, we're scaling very nicely, and at least like we have phase rush, which is good, as opposed to like Airy or something coming into later stage of the game. Game is looking pretty bad though, right? And this is probably like a situation a lot of you guys run into. Is like, okay, well, if you're playing a scaling champ and the game is over before you get to do anything, you know, what can you do? And the reality is, like, potentially this game could be lost, right? Like, currently we have losing top, losing jungle, and losing bot, right? But that's like, first off, I'd say it's actually pretty rare to get literally like two losing sides and a losing jungle, right? Like, that actually doesn't happen that often. And even if it does, it doesn't mean the game is necessarily over. Like, there's still a chance to carry, and we'll see. But, you know, if we lose, you know, you'd kind of look at this and be like, well, you know, you really did what you could, right? Like, you did, you got a pretty big CS lead when you blind picked and you lost Flash at level 1. And sometimes games are just like that. But I think we still definitely have a chance of carrying. So we'll see how we go. This guy is Shirelios, which means he's pretty spiked at the moment, but we're also pretty strong. And I think, you know, forcing fights with him is definitely not a bad idea right now. As you can see, we're out trading pretty heavily at this point. And if we could get a solo kill, it would really, really break open the game and allow us to do stuff. Now, good run of this fight, and that would be because we have mid priority, but it's kind of hard. So if you look at the bot item difference, okay, this guy's TPing in. So we could fight this maybe because we have numbers advantage, but this is pretty risky because there is a big numbers or big item advantage for the enemy team here, right? And so the only reason we're able to win this fight is because 1, I moved from mid first, and 2, the Fury had TP. But if you take a look at this, right, like that was Noon Quiver versus Kraken, right? And also, like, what are these items compared to Heartsteel? So that was a fight that we only won because of numbers advantage. And one of the most important things, I said in the last video, one of the most important things about playing a scaling mid is knowing like what fights you want. And that can be knowing like you want to fight on one item. It could be knowing that you want to fight if you have a numbers advantage, or maybe you have like a cooldown advantage or whatever. And it's also knowing what fights you don't want, right? Like if you try and take a fight like that Herald earlier, when I don't have my ult or anything, that's going to be like really, really bad, right? But instead, like we managed to get one winning fight there. I get a shutdown, which is really good. And might be able to get a kill here. So Vlad doesn't have TP right now. Means he's in a pretty rough spot because he wants to recall. This guy's going to gank me mid, I think. I'm just going to be careful of that. Because if we die here, yeah, it'd be very bad. Damn. I think I'm out. Yeah, so it's phase rush diff there. It's so annoying, this champ, though. Like, I knew he was there, and he still, like, surprised me, you know? Because by the time I can see him coming through the wall, like, it's already too late. So I should have backed away a bit further there, because I did end up losing quite a lot of HP for that, and I also lost my flash, so a bit of disrespect by me. I was trying to bait him, you know? Like, I was consciously wanting him to gank me, but, yeah, it was just a bit too strong. So I'm going to place my pink on the bot side. I think we can still trade with this guy. Like, we know he has no ult and also has no ghost. I have ult very soon as well, but I don't want to fight just yet, right? Just going to kite this guy out. Wow, he actually caught up to me. Pretty annoying. Okay, Warwick's looking mid. I think we're just going to try and kill this guy. Ooh, that should be a kill. Okay, no flash. All good. Top is looking pretty rough. Like, that's actually probably the thing that I'm the most worried about in this game. Potentially if I proc phase rush on this guy, I can just kill him right now. Can I catch up with him? Not quite. He's pretty low though. I don't have flash, and Trundle could be coming mid because they already broke our top tower, which is a little unfortunate. I don't want to use too much mana here just in case he's staying, but I don't think I really have a choice. Now, can I look for this fight? Probably not. I'm extremely low. Yeah, this guy's staying, which is so incredibly annoying. Well, I'll take another plate. I can't really do any more because it's a good chance Trundle was here. Now, I could maybe look for this fight because I am spiked, but I'm very, very low. Oh, wow, this champ's sustain is disgusting. Probably just have to reset again, unfortunately. It's bad that I lost so much health, because otherwise I'd probably be able to stay. But this is the second time I've been forced to recall first, which is kind of bad. Might actually stay a wave here. Like, he's going to use all his cooldowns on the wave, so then I'll clear one and go for a reset of my own. Let's just chill here for a little bit, and then we'll clear this out. He might actually stay, which should be kind of bad for me. Actually, if he stays, it's kind of good for me. I'll take it back. Okay, we'll clear that. And yeah, now I'll go for a reset. So what do we buy here? It's probably going to be... tier 2 boots, and then, like, maybe Liandry this game could be good, or even Lichbane. Lichbane might actually be better just for the movement speed and kiting. Like, even though Liandry's is good against the health stackers, I think being able to kite is important. Now, this guy did ult the wave for a reset. I could walk to this and maybe get this shut down. Yeah, I'm going to come to this. I think we can get this kill if we... fight them together. Maybe not. The guy is a bit of a monster. Now, cooldowns are up soon. It's a shame I won't be able to get this. I don't have any cooldowns left. My ulti only just came up, or I could have ulted it sooner. He's probably going to flame me for not ulting early, but it only just came up. But anyway, okay, we get another shutdown, which is good. And again, like, you know, as a scaling champ, games shouldn't normally be this hard. Like, if you're winning lane as a scaling champ, normally you're in a really good spot, right? Like, if you're up 20 CS as a blind pick scaling champ, like, that should be GG. Sometimes games are going to be unlucky, right? And you're going to have, like, a losing jungle and a losing support, or a bot lane. And again, like those games might be impossible to win, but if you stay 0 deaths and you stay high CS and the enemy mid laner hasn't been able to impact the game at all, then there is a chance we can win still. We'll have a look. Now I think I should be able to live, like I have my Seraph shield, so I'm not super worried. That guy does do a lot of damage though, so maybe I actually need to consider building a Banshees or something. I think this is like kind of a counter pick matchup. Well, maybe it's because of my rune, but I kind of need the rune. I think, I have choices. I've decided I will go Leandry, and I think the reason for that is they do have double health stackers, and I think having a little bit of health of my own will help deal with Vlad, you know, make sure I don't get bursted. So yeah, for now, we'll just keep doing the same thing. And one thing that's actually really good that's going for us is that they haven't gotten that many dragons. So dragons are normally kind of your, you know, eventually they will stack too many drags and you will be forced to fight. But if they only have one dragon like this in the early game, and third dragon is still about like, what, 10 minutes away or so? Like, we're not particularly worried. I'm just going to ping that I'm like coming top. Hopefully they kill him without me. Okay, actually big. So this is looking better and better. I know it looks like extremely rough, but like I said, it's not normally meant to be this hard. And maybe this is just like a, tends to be like a Riot mandated defeat or whatever. But yeah, no, I actually think this is fine. Now, it probably is better for me to go side lane versus Vlad. I'm a bit scared of Ashe surviving. That being said, I can also clear mid, which Ashe can't, so maybe this is better. Now, I'm down for fights here, right? Because this time, oh yeah, this looks good. So I'm definitely down for this fight, and the reason is that this time I'm extremely spiked, right? And also Vlad's not here, so this is not only a numbers advantage, but like I'm extremely strong now, right? Whereas before, we really wanted to avoid fights because I wasn't quite ready. Now we definitely are. So I'm actually just going to TP bot and hopefully get this kill. If not, at least get Ashe out. Yeah, so I think he... Oh, wow, I did not see bad TP, but I should be fine. I have my Seraph shield still, so no problem. Yeah, so we managed to keep Ashe alive. We also got Trundle's TP, which is pretty good. And I think there's still someone in that bush. Gonna laser it. Okay, apparently not. But yeah, not bad. So overall, like, the game is getting honestly better and better. It's definitely not won yet, but it is getting better and better. Maybe this guy is gonna look for me. I got that E on him. Neferi might actually be able to kill that guy. And we got a mid tower. Okay, things are looking up. Things are looking up. We'll see if Neferi ends up killing this guy. I'm gonna recall, grab my rod here, and go for blue. Actually, go to yellow trinket because I'm still gonna be side laning a little bit. I will go to blue trinket though when Baron comes up, because I think when you're losing, having Baron, having blue trinket to check Baron is very important. Now, I can't really go top right now. The wave's in sort of a dangerous spot and I don't have TP. So for now, it's better just to come mid and maybe we can either make a play or we can, yeah, defend a dive, which is like basically what's happening here, right? So I got a good W down, I think. Actually, didn't hit anyone, but because I came mid at the right time, we were able to get this Skarner kill and maybe we can even chase a little more. I did just lose my ult, so maybe we don't want to fight anymore. Just do a little bit of damage on the way out here. And then I'm going to go top. So they need to be a bit careful here because I don't have TP. I'm just going to ping that and just type care because I'm going side lane without TP. And yeah, so we continue to farm and everything is looking okay. So we'll grab all this farm. Potentially we could go do the krugs in this situation. It depends if you feel confident hitting this top tower or not. And I think the answer is we don't, because if you look, Trundle's coming to the top river, but currently Warwick is bot. So there's no one that's going to do these krugs anyway. So even though I have Leandry, it's probably good to just do these krugs before I reach that. Just because there's nothing else really to do. It's not like we can contest Herald if they want it. I can't walk up that top tower because Trundle's there. And like I said, Warwick is bot. So we'll grab this. They died on mid. So if they hadn't died mid, I probably would have just reset for my Leandry. But maybe this means that I need to walk mid and cover. Yeah, I think it does. So this could be awkward because now since Neferi is resetting and Ashe is dead, they can push all the waves and I can only defend one of them, right? I can only defend mid. And generally defending mid is the most important. So if you have to choose one, it's probably going to be this. But Neferi really needs to walk top and make sure that Trundle doesn't get that top tier 2. It's annoying, right? Because someone died, we're always going to lose something. It just happens to be that Trundle's about to get another 750 gold, which is not ideal. Yeah, really not ideal. The thing is, like, losing mid tower is just as bad, and we die bot, so a bit of a disaster across the board there. I'm going to go Leandry's, swap to blue trinket, because now Baron's going to be coming up. And now I really need to be thinking about my third item, which is probably going to be Death Cap, given that I'm solo AP. Also, I think this guy is way too extended. Like, I'm pretty sure we can get a kill here. And if we can, it would be good. Renata wasn't quite in position, so maybe we can't. Let's see if we can. I think we can. If we can get this, it'd be super, super good. Okay, nice. I think we can get him here. Nice. Okay, so we got the shutdown. The only thing to be careful of is Baron. I do have TP, so if they start it, I'm able to go to it. But yeah, another really good pick there, which is good. And we'll be going towards our death cap. Now, right now, don't think anyone can be bot, so we can probably just push bot, especially because we have TP. So we can always get to one of these fights. But in the meantime, we'll just try and take this bot tower. We can also take a drag, which would be pretty good. Like, if we could get a drag while Vladimir is dead, that would be really, really good. I could also TP. Yeah, I'm going to TP to this fight, I think. This potentially could be dangerous because I am TPing in pretty aggressively. But I really want to try get one dragon. And the reason is that this will allow us to stall the game a huge amount. So hopefully we get this. We might have started it too late, potentially. Vlad's still dead though, so I think we're going to get it. Even if we lose mid tower, yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, I didn't get the bot tower, which kind of sucks. And we didn't get a successful fight mid. I lost my TP. But importantly, we got that drag, which means that sole win condition is basically not a thing for the enemy team anymore. Which is huge, right? Because now their win conditions become, okay, like they get a random Baron, or they win a team fight, or the split push. And I think team fights, we're actually going to win. Like, I'm strong enough that I will be able to carry these team fights. Split push win con could be hard. I mean, dealing with a Trundle is very not fun, right? It's not easy. I want to try and defend this if I can. Nice, keep this ward alive a little bit longer. I don't have Trinket for Baron just yet, but the Baron DPS isn't amazing. I'll just ping that I have Trinket. And as long as someone can hold bot tower, we should be fine. Yeah, maybe we can't. I mean, maybe just died too soon. Okay, so here, because my jungler shows bot, there is a good chance that they will start Baron. At least that's what would happen in high elo. Oh god, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay, well, they managed to get one. I'm going to ping Baron. I have blue trinket. If they get Baron, the game's going to be very, very difficult. But it looks like they didn't start it. So this is definitely a mistake by the enemy team. I mean, Baron was free there. I'm not going to say no way to stop it. Okay, they're starting it kind of late, which means we might be able to stop it. The thing is I have to face... Ooh, what do they get off it? Okay, so we got pretty lucky. I mean, I think they could have done it. I would have to kind of face check with no vision, which means I'd probably end up dying. But yeah, we managed to get away with it. They don't get the Baron, which is pretty good. I need to be very careful not to die, though. Because if I die at this time, like, we'll probably lose, right? Because, again, they'll look to start Baron. A fight here, yeah, so, like, this guy has no business, really, face-checking the jungle. And, I mean, yeah, pretty criminal, I think, to walk in here. Like, we have Ashe fork shot, so, like, we can always check the Baron if we're really scared of them doing it. And him doing that was pretty greedy, I'd have to say. And potentially... I mean, the support dying isn't too bad. Like, that shouldn't mean... We could actually fight this. They already used it. Oh, wow. They already used a lot of cooldowns, so potentially this is fightable. Just gonna dodge this out. Probably have to kite a bit. Okay, we managed to kill one. This should be winnable, I think. Ooh, yeah, no, this seems fine. Okay, nice. So that should be Baron, I think. Okay, so that should be Baron. The problem is Trundle. If two people can deal with that, then we get a Baron. And honestly, if we get this Baron, I'd say it's probably GG. I'd say we probably win. The question is, can they actually hold bot 2v1? He's got a Hullbreaker. I'm honestly not sure they can, but like, we have to get this Baron, because if we don't, the game is... I mean, it's definitely not over, right? But this would be absolutely massive for the game. Okay, maybe it's not completely over if we get this, but it puts the game in such a good spot. Like, it's honestly so good. So we're going to grab this. And then we are going to... we're definitely going to reset the bot. Honestly, if they die but keep this, it should be fine. Yeah, honestly, I don't even think that death matters. As long as we keep this up, it should be okay. Now, I have a choice here of, do I sell my ring for a rod? Because, like, almost always you would. Now, the only reason I might not is because I think I can farm 500 gold in 2 minutes before this Baron. Before this dragon, I mean. And if I can do that, that actually allows me to keep my D-ring. This is very greedy, though, you have to realize. Because, like, if you take a fight in the next few minutes without, or like with 1900 gold in your inventory, that's like really bad, right? So this is like very consciously greedy. I actually don't even think I can do these because Trundle's going to walk in here. So unfortunately, I'm just going to keep farming. Like, if they can just play slow, we don't even have to like fight this drag. I think I actually am going to have to end up selling this ring because I'm not able to take those camps because like the enemy team has too much pressure there. I think I'm not going to get my death cap in time unless I sell. Unless this is up. Trundle took. Yeah, I guess I'll sell. Kind of sucks, but because, you know, Doran's ring is really efficient, so if you can hold on to it, it's good. But I really have to get death cap for this fight, and I think that it's too greedy to stay any longer. I don't know, like maybe I could, but seems hard. Now, I might be able to stop Trundle. I have TP, so we could quickly gank. 2v1 quick. So if we can quickly gank this side laner, and then group for the team fight, this could be really good. So I'm just going to come here, take a slow on him, hide him out with the phase rush, and I think we get a kill here. Okay, so this is really good. So if you can ever pick the side laner before the fight, that's super good. And something you can do if you have TP is just send 2 people to the lane and then TP to the team fight, which is exactly what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to look for a TP just right here. That way I'm going to get into this fight. The only downside of this fight is that I don't have my ulti, but I am still pretty strong. Okay, Vlad's in the pit. I'm just going to W over here just to cut Vlad off. Okay, so it's pretty hard to kill. Is he going to get out? Should I flash for this? I think he's out. Okay, anyway, we're going to secure the drag, and I think we should still be able to keep pushing. This is actually looking like not bad. We're going to get a lot of gold here, I think. But mainly, we've just stopped Trundle split push win condition, which is good, because like I said, I think we win team fights. It looks like we do anyway. I do have to be a little respectful of this guy, just because he's got a Nami with him. Has a lot of additional power. So I think because my team is backing off, I probably need to back off too. Seems like it's going to be a bit too hard to keep pressuring. I need to think about what my next item is going to be. Normally, it would be Crypt Bloom at this point, because you want the magic pen. But I actually think the one way we might die is just to Vladimir flashing on me. So maybe buying magic resist is good. I'm just going to leave this wave to Ashe, probably. I do want to go side lane, but I don't have TP at the moment, which makes it a little risky. But he could ult this guy. Oh, there's a Skarner here. Okay, well, I do no damage to that guy, apparently. There's a lot of health. We could quickly gank this Trundle again, probably. So, yeah, I think we could. Like, there's no objective up, so right now Trundle is probably going to walk in pretty aggressively. Like, Trundle needs to be really careful. Like, because there's no objective up. Okay, damn. I thought he might do that. I should have hit that earlier. I didn't want to give myself away by hitting it, but then also, like, you know, she could just walk up and check me. Anyway, so Trundle really needs to know to play safe there. To be honest, maybe we could have killed him, but didn't quite find it. Okay, no Lucian flash, which is pretty good. And this is, basically I'm grouping here because I have no TP. So I'm just going to flash for that Lucian and kill this guy, and then I'm probably just going to ult Skarner, target down the Trundle next. Huge. So I don't have TP again, which means going to these side lanes right now is probably a bad idea. Just because what's going to happen... Okay, I was going to say what's going to happen is Vlad will reset. But what I can do is I can... Okay, does Neferi have TP? No, she doesn't. Well, hopefully Neferi can hold. In the meantime, we'll try to take a mid inhib. Yeah, hopefully Neferi doesn't die top. I have a feeling she actually might. I think I would survive Vlad, but I'm not sure she will. It might be better to buy Zhonya's, actually, thinking about it, just because he's already going... a pen item? I'm not sure though. But okay, we're gonna get this mid inhib. Do still need to be quite careful here. Like, Vlad is actually really strong. So we take this away, which is pretty good. Okay, so he's got a completed Crypt Bloom. So I have options here. I mean, I could buy a stopwatch. I could buy Crypt Bloom. I might have to buy Crypt Bloom. How much MR? 51. I don't know. The problem is, I feel like if I die once with 700 gold shutdown, the game might just end. So, like, having the ability to survive here is really important. But at the same time, like, if I buy too much safety, like, I just won't be able to kill them because I'll have too much MR. And, like, the rest of my team is ADs, so, like, there shouldn't be a problem. I honestly think because I have a bounty, I'm going to itemize defensively. But I think if you didn't care about dying here, like, if you have, like, no Dark Seal, if you have no bounty, you probably would just go Crypt Bloom. But I think I'm actually going to build a Banshees first. I think it is better to go Banshees. Like, there is lots of mixed damage from Nami. And I think Zhonya's isn't that great this game. Like, it is good for Vlad ult, but I think I'd die after. Maybe I just sit on this, but then I have to sell my Dark Seal. I mean, I guess I'm selling Dark Seal eventually. Yeah, I don't know. It's not super easy. But this guy, having a lot of MR, is hard to deal with. I don't know if Neferi wins that. I hope she does. Oh, this guy is way, way out of position. We should be able to get a kill here. Okay, nice. I'm just going to commit everything to killing him. I think killing him quickly is pretty important. Oh, Neferi actually beat Vlad, which is huge, because I thought Neferi was going to get absolutely shit-stomped by Vlad. So that's amazing. I could maybe TP to save her, but there's people there. Maybe a TP flank angle? Yeah, I'm not really seeing it. Like, I don't know. It's just scary, because if I TP in and get killed immediately after, like, obviously that would suck. We could probably force Baron, to be honest. Like, I have TP if we do want to force it. Even if we don't, I'll probably just keep going bot. I mean, actually, I'll just keep going bot. Yeah, I'll just keep going bot. Neferi says, like, why is it randomly 4 top? But it's not random at all, right? Like, we committed all our members bot side, and Baron is up. Like, where else are they going to go? If they're not counter ganking bot, like, they have to be top. So stuff like that is not random at all. And I see people type that in low elo like all the time. And I'm not sure if like they genuinely believe that or they just like don't really, you know, like maybe they just like aren't as aware. Like, it's probably that. But stuff like that, it's almost never random. There's always clues. I don't say that to be meaner than Neferi, by the way. Like, she's playing well. I say it more in the sense of just like to be educational. Hope it doesn't come off as too toxic. Anyway, we'll take this Baron. Oh, I should have left it for Neferi. Sorry. I wasn't thinking about it. She's right though. Yeah, should have left it. So it's better to leave the Baron alive there just to give the buff to Neferi. I didn't think of it there because I was trying to explain all the other stuff, but she's right. I should definitely give her the buff because her not having the buff actually is a kind of big deal. It's much harder for her to match a side lane if she doesn't have it. So yeah, big misplay by me. Should still be okay. We do need to be careful here. So, oh, this guy is not being careful here. The reason we need to be careful here is because the Warwick is still in base. That being said, we are getting good damage. I think I lived this guy. That was a lot of damage. Okay, I think we can kill Trundle, maybe. How much MR? 120. Okay, we end up dying. What's Neferi doing? She's doing pretty good. So I used a lot of cooldowns here. It took us a while to kill the Trundle, which is a bit annoying. But they shouldn't have much left either. So should be able to still win this. We just need to be careful of Vlad, because that's the last guy that has damage. I think he's just dead here, though. I'm going to flash after them, try and get the slows. And if we can just get one more kill, it would be good. Dude, this shit is so annoying. Okay, so we get that kill, and now we're going to get the drag. Yeah, so we're going to get the drag. And after this, so at some point... Ooh, okay, so there's some advanced itemization I could do here. So my last item needs to be Cryptloom, right? I need the Void or Cryptloom in order to deal with the Trundle MR. And normally what you do is you would sell your Dark Seal for that. Now, something I could do here is I could sell my boots for Cryptloom and then upgrade my Dark Seal to Medjai's and have that be the way I get movement speed. That's kind of a greedy way to do this because you can only really do that if you have enough gold for Medjai's, but I actually think it's probably the better buy here. I really do need to make that AP itemization guide. I've been waiting for 14.10. As of recording this, obviously it's still 14.9 before the season ended. By the time you guys see this, it might be new season anyway, or a new split, I guess. But yeah, so you might have seen it, who knows. But what do we want to do now? So we have a little bit of Baron to use, but not a whole lot. If we can get our Baron buff and put it in the Trundle lane, that would be good, because that's going to stop us for pushing. I'm going to quickly try and get in this bush, and that way I can, like, gank Trundle when he comes to this top wave. Because most top laners, they kind of just rage split. Yeah, this, honestly, like, rage splitting works well, but, like, if you can split intelligently, it works so much better. Because, like, if you're aware of the timers, like, you can get ganked and stuff, it's going to be so much better. Like, this Trundle, if he had, like, split intelligently, rather than just, like, right-clicking on the tier 2 towers, honestly, it probably would have been unwinnable, I think. But because of that, like, we're actually able to win. Now, Asher's still mid, Warwick's still far away. I don't have flash or ulti, so I do need to be quite careful in this fight. Because, yeah, I'm lacking a lot of things here, and I also have 2,000 gold. That being said, like, the enemy team is also kind of lacking it, right? So we should be able to keep... Oh my god, what is this? Is he actually going to kill someone? What's that? Sounds broken. Yeah, I'm just going to cut away from Vlad here. I think I avoided the Vlad ult, which is good. Get some damage on him on the way out. Maybe Warwick can kill him. Not quite. Kill the Lucian real quick. Snipe the Vlad, maybe. Okay, not quite. I have ult pretty soon, and they might not even realize that. I actually think we can keep pressuring here. Oh, I guess Trundle might have TP. Yeah, maybe we should back off. Okay, this guy's going in, which I think is a mistake. I'm just going to ult this Vlad, and I should be able to kill him. Nice. Actually killed him. Now I'm just going to back away in case Trundle has TP. And I have a ton of gold. So yeah, like I said, I want to do this like item swap thing. So how much gold do I need? I need 1,100 plus whatever this sells for. So that's 630. Do I have enough gold? I don't think I do. I think I need about 4k to make this happen. Anyway, I need a reset right now anyway. The safer play is just to buy... is just to sell this, but like, yeah, here's what I want to do, right? Oh, I actually have enough gold, right? Or I need a little bit more gold. How much does Cryptloom cost? I'm sorry, I've never done this before. Okay, nice. It's almost a perfect amount of gold. So see, this way I can still get... Actually, I have done this once before. That was a lie. I've done it once before. But yeah, this way you can still get the movement speed and still find a way to sell boots and get the pen. So you can't do this very often. But 6 items you do generally want to sell boots, but normally you have to go like, you know, you have to sell the Dark Seal and then go like another movement speed item. You know, sell Dark Seal and go Cosmic or something. Or Lich Bane. But I think this is the best itemization here. And I think at this point I'm pretty unkillable. The only thing I need to be careful of really is being caught by Trundle, maybe being flashed on by Vlad. But I'm so incredibly strong that I should have no real way of dying. Ocean Drag is our next win con, and we'll probably just get that free. We do have to be careful because Baron spawns first, so they maybe could get... If we could make a pick on mid, it would be really good. Or I could run bot and gank Trundle. Let's see, I do have TP, so running bot and ganking Trundle is not a bad idea. You know, one way the enemy team can stop this is they can actually put someone in the split push behind Trundle and just keep them in fog. And then when we go to gank Trundle, they could potentially 2v2 us. It's a bit risky, but like, you know, it's a play you can make. I'm just going to sit here. I mean, I have TP again. So this just applies a little bit of pressure to the split push lane. Doesn't look like he's going to walk up, so maybe he's learned his lesson. But instead, I can come potentially look for a pick mid. And that guy is not really pickable. I mean, that guy is just invincible. So, ooh, TP flank. I don't know about this. It's okay. See if I can get the W through there. Okay, well, we found Lucian. Okay, I'm definitely going to focus on killing this Vlad. Just hiding out the damage here. Gonna take a lot from that. Okay, well, Neferi absolutely smurfed on the back line. And I still have ulti here, so we should be able to take out this Trundle in no time at all. And Neferi actually played this fight really well, I think. Nice, get that kill. I maybe could have given it to the Neferi for the Penta. But this looks like it's probably GG. Yeah, looks like we just win. So yeah, I actually think this is a really, really good example. So honestly, I would say again, if you're not a smurf, you're probably not expecting to win this game, right? Not often when you have, you know, losing jungle and 2 losing sides are you going to win a game. I think I played this game really well, and I think, yeah, that's why I ended up winning, right? But this is a very good example. If you go to my Azir game, that's a very good example of, you know, playing scaling when you've got a winning team. You can get a bit more. This is a very good example of how to play scaling when your team is just getting absolutely destroyed early. So hopefully you guys learned a lot from this one. I think it was, honestly, I think it would have been really useful for you guys. I'll give this honor to Neferi. Let's take a little look at the damage here. And also, I'm the better Smurf. I forgot about that. I was versus Smurf mid. Yeah, top damage for me. Nice. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I'll do one more of kind of the scaling type champs, which will be ASOL, and I'll hopefully record that a little later tonight, actually. So you'll be seeing it, I don't know, at some point. If you did like the video, of course, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or anything, put them in the comment section below. Otherwise, see you guys next time.